Greetings and welcome back to yet another episode of the Daily Run, and today we're playing as Isaac. And this run, because it only goes to the Mom's Food Daily, and because on a Mom's Food Daily it's really important to find ways to go deeper, because that's where the majority of the score will come from, unlike in other dailies where it's more relevant if you even finish the run or how much damage you take. On these dailies it's more so if you actually find ways to go deeper and deeper. And because this is an Isaac daily, which means there's a lot of variance involved, I think it's safe to assume that I won't find it, because what I end up doing is usually sticking to a strategy with a D6 that I think is somewhat optimal, and I don't really know how to change it, so I would find ways to go deeper more often, like, you know, some people do. But it turned out pretty much similar this daily. I couldn't find a way to go much deeper. I did go deeper for one floor, but then it stopped. And I'm really wondering why that is, or at least how I can actually amend that. So maybe this is like a good reflection to see how we can actually start using our D6 more effectively. So I think I did everything fine on the first floor. I saw the boss room first, so I decided to use my D6 there if, of course, the item would be rerollable, but it was Magic Mush and there's no point in rerolling Magic Mush because it's such a good item. So I decided, you know, maybe I'll reroll the item room item, and it was just, I think, Scorpio. I'm not sure, maybe it was the other one that looks similar, but basically it wasn't a very good item. It's not something that I maybe want to have. So I decided to reroll it in hopes of getting something much more helpful or useful. And because we do have Magic Mush, and because we do have that D6, it means that we're pretty much set for a good run, or at least we know we have a chance to get decent runs by using our rerolls well. So here, because we have golden bombs, I'm really happy about that, because I can use them to fight monsters here, and they end up dying super fast because of it. I didn't find the Spirit Heart, or I did find the Theta Drug, but not the Spirit Heart, so I was kind of a weird position this floor when I just couldn't get hit. And because I did say the D6, we have a kind of a good opportunity here. So first of all, I want to pick up the Guppy's Paw item, and it's kind of hard to do because you really need to like stay vigilant so you don't get hit. So I pick up the Guppy's item here. I try not to get hit on the spikes. It somehow works. And then I reroll both items because the familiars just weren't that good. And I do manage to get Lord of the Pit, which means I have to traverse the spikes again. And I'm so happy that this actually worked out. This is something I've been kind of trying to do, as to how to pick up a spacebar item if you already have a spacebar item. This is something I tried not so long ago, and I'm glad to actually use it in a daily and see that it works. So if you want to pick up a spacebar item and not get hit on those spikes in the Devil Deal, this is probably what you should do. I was at a bit of a lack of keys here, which means I just didn't have enough keys, and whenever I did have a key I usually used it on a shop, because I thought the shop might contain another key and then I could go to the treasure room, but that didn't happen actually, which was a bit surprising to me. Like, I don't think any shop that I opened had a key in it, so that was unfortunate. Even though I had the Steam sale, I thought I could do something with this, but it turned out that luck, or not luck, but maybe it just didn't go my way. I think my pathing was kind of awkward too, because I always ended up in situations where I rerolled and then I found the key and then I found the treasure room, so then I didn't have my reroll because I already used it before. I'm kind of wasting my bombs here because I forgot to check that spot, and at the same time, you know, like, I'm finding the secret room, second secret rooms, trying to get those AWAS runes, maybe to go further. But I'm not really sure like how things work out. So here I have another great situation, or at least I think position to reroll both items. I get the Mark and the Pact, which I both think are great items. Like, I think I messed up there. I'm not sure if I think I should have rerolled and tried to get the shovel, because there were two items to reroll. I could have probably rerolled them at least once more, and there was a good chance I also got good items. So maybe that's my mistake there. I should have picked up the Mark and the Pact, even though they're obviously very good and decent items. I think I was in an okay enough position to warrant not picking those up. But yeah, what do I know? Maybe that was the right reroll, maybe that wasn't. But obviously the same thing I'm doing here is just saving my D6 for the Devil Deal and then trying to reroll that into a shovel. Maybe another good strategy, like I said, besides just going to the curse room and rerolling twice, would be to kind of try to find ways to get more chargers. And I think I missed a battery somewhere. I'm not sure, like, I'm not positive, but I think I did. And for some reason I was also playing this kind of slowly, so I didn't have the chance to really explore my options on this and the next floor. So somehow I arrived at the next to last floor before Mom, and I only had 16 or so, 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left. It was quite, well, I was quite surprised because I thought this was the last floor and I was actually doing really well. So I think that's one of those mistakes again. I just got a bit too comfortable. Maybe I got used to the slow daily that we were playing before, and then I kind of projected it in a way to make this run a bit slower than it had to be. And this is definitely one of my biggest mistakes. I think there was a way to be found there, like if I actually optimized my path a bit more, and if I actually used the better charges that dropped, I could have done better. But you know, because I was in a rush, obviously these things just didn't work out. Here I could have even gone back, re-rolled the Isaac's heart, and then picked up the battery in the shop, and then maybe could have done something with that. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that turned out. Or I mean, I'm not exactly sure how that would turn out, but so far, you know, we're in an okay spot, definitely, at least from an item perspective, and we did get an AWAS room for a rune bag. So another thing is, maybe if you just, you know, did more floors or did more rooms, what it would happen is the next floor would actually give us an AWAS room too. And this way, because I couldn't explore everything, of course I didn't get it. But here, you know, things become rather trivial because we do get that Tech Axe, and the Tech Axe is obviously a super strong item. I still managed to get hit somehow, which is a surprise to me with how strong we are. We are even Dark Judas, a Magic Mush, some damage ups, you know, the Pack, the Mark, and the Tech Axe item. So we really shouldn't be getting hit here ever against any boss, or against any combination of bosses too, I guess. But at the same time, it's also kind of good that we are in this position, because every wave, or I mean every second wave or so, will give us, or maybe every third wave, I'm not exactly sure, but what's gonna happen, those runes will drop periodically, and if you can get an AWAS rune there, that would also be super helpful. So here an unfortunate thing happens. I mean, we do get the Curse of the Blind, so I might have missed a room or two, and again, missing a room or two not only means you get less points, it also means you're missing a chance to get runes, and you know, if you don't get runes, we obviously can't go forward, and sadly that's what happened. I think I checked every room, I'm pretty sure, but you know, there's always that slight chance that I did miss one or two, and that room would actually contain what I needed to actually go further. Here, you know, the rooms don't pose too much of a threat just because we have the Tech Axe and so many damage ups. I kind of hate how big we are, because I think we do have Magic Mush, which increases your size. We even got Leviathan, which I think also increases your size. We also get one makes larger pill, which also increases your size, so we're giant. I just do some more Shrek points play. I just blow up a few rocks, get coins, and that's it. You know, sadly there's nothing else we can do here, and we do rank in 191st, and our time was actually super bad, which I'm surprised with, that this was this bad. So I figured there must have been a very good item early on. I think a time is a good indication of just how well your run is doing, or just how well you're playing it, maybe, or maybe in this case it's a good indication of us missing something probably pretty obvious early on. We still managed to play well, I think, and it's a bit upsetting that we didn't find a way forward, you know, but that's how dailies go. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.